Good afternoon, everybody. Going to go over our Forex trades for today, Friday, December 5th. We had two trades, pulled out 6.1 pips. We actually had three trades. One is a swing trade, which we're still in, and we'll go over that in a minute. But we're still in partial. We got out of half of it, but we'll do a whole video on it when we get out of the remaining half. Plus, we only took about 1/10 of the normal size because we were risking so much. But we'll go over that in a minute. First off, we had non-farm payrolls came out this morning, which blew away the street estimate. 300 and what was it? 300 and some odd thousand jobs were created for the month, but yet the government says unemployment didn't budge. It didn't go down. Just a few months ago, we had non-farm payrolls of under 150,000 jobs created, but unemployment went down. So somehow 340,000 jobs were created this past month, but unemployment didn't budge. It really created a lot of confusion in the street. The number came out before the stock market opened. So you had futures originally sell off, then they came back, they were up, and then the market opened relatively flat. Like I said, it just created a lot of confusion on the street. When you delve into the data, into the numbers, full-time jobs actually declined 150,000, while part-time jobs increased by 77,000. So we all know you cannot have a strong economy on the back of part-time jobs. It's just not going to happen, right? So you have the government telling us 340-some-odd-thousand jobs were created, unemployment, but yet that number doesn't budge unemployment. And full-time jobs drop. They don't tell you this unless you read into it. Full-time jobs drop 150,000, and part-time jobs created a rise of 77,000. Labor participation rate remains at 1978 levels, 30-some-odd year levels. You can, again, that's another number. It has to move up. Labor participation rate, you're not going to have an economy, strong economy with that type of labor participation rate. So what the government is doing is they're taking people that no longer qualify for unemployment benefits. They're dropping them off because the government doesn't have to pay them unemployment, but yet those people aren't not receiving unemployment because they didn't get a job. And we've talked about this before. So the government's just going to say, well, those people, they segued into retirement. They inherited a bunch of money from their parents or an aunt and an uncle or whatever. I guess a lot of people out there got either very lucky with an inheritance or just had a lot of money just to segue into retirement no matter what your age is. So we all know that's not true. So they're smudging the numbers as best they can. The problem is the headline numbers look fantastic. And the talking heads on TV, they get all excited and it sounds great. You'll pick up the newspaper tomorrow morning; it's going to look fantastic. But if you go to the government's website and you read into the numbers, you can see with your own eyes the problem. So we didn't get excited, and obviously the street didn't get excited. That's why it created so much confusion. Markets didn't do a whole lot. Because of that, they're doing just what we did: delve into it and get to the nitty gritty of it, not just the headline. If the nitty gritty was as good as the headline, forget it. The market would be up or down big, one way or the other, depending on the thought process behind is QE going to be needed, not needed, whatever. It would be moving. The fact of the matter, the market's not moving much, so therefore, hence the nitty gritty of the report. Anyway, we'll go over our trades here. We had two trades that we're reporting. Both were in U.S. dollar, Japanese yen, pulled out 6.1 pips. They were last night. It was just in this tight range off of our indicator. So you guys using it. We took this one trade, picked up 3.7. You knew it was in a tight range, so you're only looking to make a little bit. This one, we probably got out too early. We picked up 2.4. It started to pop here when we got out. But it took here several hours to really start to move, but we were shutting the computer down for the evening. So we'll take the 6.1. This is the other trade that we're still in, the swing trade. We got long this at right around 123.25 on this pop yesterday. This was the ECB announcing that they were leaving interest rates alone, and that Germany is, well, they didn't say Germany, but we all know it's Germany. Germany's not on board with additional stimulus of a QE in Europe, so they're having a little confusion or a little bit of argument on how to go about this. They also cut their growth forecast in half for the Eurozone. So anyway, we had an order out there. We didn't just grab it while it was moving. We had the order out there, and this morning we cut it here as soon as we came in the office around 7 in the morning. It was up by the figure. We had seen it approach the figure for a while. Our feelings on figures, unless it's going to bust through it on a big news announcement. So we took half the position off. Now, granted, we were risking a lot, so we only took a very small position, about 1/10 the normal size. So we liquidated half the position up here around the figure, and we're holding the other half with our stop loss on that half to break even. So if this thing pulls back down to 123.25, we'll get out of that second half. We'll be holding this second half over the weekend. Even though this is a huge move, 74 pips, it's equal. We're 1/10 of our normal size. It's equal to 7.4 pips. But we sold half here, so actually up 3.7 on this trade so far. If it gets stopped out on the second half, if it stops out break even, we make 3.7 pips. If it continues to run, which we think it's going to, maybe we sell it up near the next figure. Our target on this thing, I believe, is over 126. So we'll see if we could pick up another 100 pips or so. We'll take it. So before you know it, we'll be up around 10, 11 pips for the trade. So that's it. We're going to wrap it up. If you're still trading now, good luck. If any signals come out that will be coming your way, it is Friday. Things are winding down. And we'll be back next Sunday evening, again, looking for some trades. And we'll do a video Monday, assuming we get some action. All right, have a great weekend, and we'll be back next week.